I used to think it was simple. You were an F-Zero guy or a Wipeout guy. And there was no wrong answer, really. It was more about preference than one being better than the other. Actually, one was better. It was F-Zero. But, to be fair, I am an F-Zero guy. No disrespect to the Wipeout guys. Or gals. But guys is just a generic plural term for a mixed group of people. Don't make this weird. Besides, at least you're included. I didn't even think of the Extreme G guys. Are there Extreme G guys? It's XGRA, Extreme G Racing Association.
Weapons online.
Come on, kid, that's pathetic.
So, for all us F-Zero and Wipeout guys, the Extreme G series started back on the Nintendo 64. It was followed by two sequels, Extreme G 2 and 3, and then this one, XGRA. And then Acclaim went bankrupt, which kind of took Extreme G out of the race. But these were never bad games. In fact, for N64 owners who liked F-Zero X, Extreme G was a nice supplemental title. It was a great Me Too if you wanted more F-Zero. But make no mistake, it was a clone. What it was a clone of depends on your allegiances. So no matter what kind of guy you are, you know what you're getting from XGRA. The same brutally fast, Twitch-based racing experience you know from F-Zero and Wipeout. Same gameplay, same futuristic aesthetic. The game also sets itself apart in two ways. First, its weapon system, and second, the most slidey controls that ever slid. This game makes F-Zero feel like racing on glue.
Welcome to a world of pain, loser.
How's your life insurance, creep?
I mean, as an F-Zero guy, my nearest point of comparison is obviously F-Zero GX for the GameCube. A game that's notoriously touchy. It takes a long time to master. This game is 100 times more touchy and sensitive. You so much as nudge the stick, you just slam into walls. You almost have to breathe on the controller to play it. It's that sensitive. And I guess some people might like that. I mean, you know, XGRA is a game I could see some people spending months and months learning, mastering, but for most people that means it's also a game that's too fucking sensitive. Holy shit, why is it so fucking sensitive? It's like driving a Norah Jones song.
You are sorry excuse for a rider.
Fortunately, after a few hours of constant swearing and listening to Norah Jones, I did get the hang of XGRA, or at least enough to win a few races. I felt like I cured a disease after that. Talk about rewarding, but that's where it's like F-Zero. You know, you win in F-Zero, it's not because you got a blue shell at the right moment. It's because you're a boss. It's the same with this crazy, ridiculous, almost physically stressful video game. You win at this, and you deserve to win. You might also deserve a psychiatrist. I mean, nothing is worth all this.
Close your eyes, baby! You don't want to see this!
The XGRA has all the modes you would expect. You can do individual races in the arcade mode. There's also a career mode where you earn points that upgrade your bikes. You get the same futuristic premise and soundtrack. And for me, that's always been the issue with Extreme G. This game's just doing the same thing as two other games, only not as well. Just a less awesome F-Zero or Wipeout, whichever you prefer. And that's most apparent in its performance. The game it doesn't run near as fast as F-Zero GX, and it doesn't look as good either. I mean, it's not very colorful, and the colors it does have are so muted, everything kind of just smears into this grayish-brown blur. But you know, I hope I don't sound too harsh on this thing either, because I always have fun with Extreme G. And as always, the most fun I had with XGRA is with the weapons. I love this game's approach to weapons. Not only are they fun to use, there's also a little strategy to them. So you collect these orbs, right? And each one gives you a new weapon. The more you collect, the more powerful the weapon. So not only are you trying to race, you're also managing your weapons. You're trying to figure out which weapon to use, when to use it, and if it might be more prudent to use a lesser weapon you already have, just to be safe. That's the best thing about XGRA. That part of the game is awesome.
You're gonna have to do better than that to burn me down, bitch. That is pathetic.
Mind selected. Vampire selected.
It seems I have a bug that needs crushing.
And actually, you know what? This whole game's awesome. The racing is awesome, even if it's way too sensitive. And when you save up all your weapons, and you get a death strike and blow one of your opponents to pieces, that's so awesome! It's just that this game's also less awesome than its primary competition. And I mean, that's fine. Truth is, Extreme G was always an alternative. Fortunately, it's a good alternative in XGRA for the PlayStation 2. Huge thanks to our friend Max from Ontario, Canada for sending it in.
See you around.